you guys can actually see me. Okay, just, pretend everything's the same. Do everything same as normal, No, nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, it can be a little bit smoother, but, we're working on it. We're gonna get through this together. But, come on. It's better than my bedroom. Way better. Okay, so for this video, we're going to answer some questions. About 2 weeks ago, I was interviewed by the Improve Your League podcast. This is a podcast and website designed to help League of Legends players improve their gameplay. They have coaches and data analysis and a whole lot of cool stuff on their website. Check it out. But the main reason why we're here today is so that I can answer questions that I didn't get to answer on that podcast. There were people on League Amino who asked me questions, and we could only pick 3 of them. So the rest of them I'm going to answer in this video. If you would like to watch the podcast, please do. I would really like to have your input, and also it was really cool. I've never been interviewed like that before, so it was a lot of fun, and I suggest checking it out. It's in the description. The first question is from Mackenshak, and he asks, how did you personally get to whatever rank you are? For example, roles, mentality, champs. I would say the way that I personally got to Gold Division, my rank tends to just go between Gold 5 and 1. I ended at Gold 1 last season, and this season I just broke into Gold 5, so I'm working my way back through the ranks. But back when I was consistently getting placed in Bronze and Silver and that kind of thing, the way that I climbed up into Gold was just by picking a small handful of champions, really, I don't even want to say mastering them. I played them to the point where I felt like I could carry games, and then I just brought them into ranked, and the rest kind of went from there. The main champion that I used constantly was Skarner, mainly because back in season 2 or 3, Skarner was viewed as just one of the worst champions. I think he was the least played. Maybe Urgot was the only one who beat him out in that category. But because of that, I decided that I wanted to be the best Skarner. I'm not the best Skarner, but that's kind of the mentality I had, is that no one plays him? Okay, well, I'm going to play him. And I actually really liked his playstyle. I liked it before I found that out. I didn't know that he was bad until I looked at the rankings and saw that no one ever played him. So I personally loved him, and I just got really good with him, and I started carrying in games. People would get mad at me for picking Skarner just because they thought he was bad. And then by the end of the game, I would have people praising me because they say they've never seen a better Skarner. So really, my recommendation is pick 3 to 5 champions who you feel really passionate about and get really, really good with them. And eventually, you'll be able to easily carry yourself out of Bronze. You can technically carry yourself out of Bronze with any champion. I promise you, any champion. Silver might be a little bit more difficult, but I honestly still feel the same way. And then once you get into higher tiers, then it gets a bit more difficult. But really, if you have 3 to 5 champions who you love, you will be able to carry yourself out of most divisions and ranks. Lalinia asks, what do you think about the new club feature? I actually think it's really cool. I like the idea of it. I don't think they've executed it quite the way they want yet. I love the fact that it adds the kind of little like clan tags. It sounds dirty to say because that's very like Call of Duty, but honestly, like I used to be a Call of Duty player back in like high school, and I still think on those days fondly. Back when just like 7 of my friends and we would all get together and play together and have our little clan tag, and there was something fun about that. So I think I like that aspect of it. I don't know why they have a certain cap on the number of people in your club, and you can only have 3 clubs, I think, right now, unless that was changed recently. But yeah, as of now, to my knowledge, you can only join 3 clubs. So I'd really like to be part of more because I have a lot of different friend groups, and I just think that they can improve upon it, but I like the idea, and I'm really enjoying it. Keandra Keo asks, what's your opinion on how some champions are based off different mythologies? Alistar is a Minotaur, Zillion, Kronos, etc. I've never really thought about it much. I enjoy that there's callbacks to certain myths and that kind of thing, but like, for example, Cassiopeia is obviously a Gorgon. I like how at the very least they take an original spin on it, but because of how well I know these champions and how they are as characters, I really don't view them as reflections of different myths. I just see them as their own individual characters that Riot made up. But that's interesting that you bring that up. Also, obviously, Wukong is Sun Wukong. But yeah, so I don't know. I think Riot lately is trying to be more imaginative. I think before they were borrowing a lot more from mythology. But nowadays, it feels like they're really trying to be more unique and original with their most recent designs. Nigai Kuroku asks, double rainbows, what does it mean? Man, I don't know, 2 rainbows? Coco Cat asks, I understand that when you want to climb Elo, you usually pick one role and mainly one champ to play it, and 2 backups just in case. Now, here's my question. To main a role, let's say ADC, do you need to learn the role first, then the champion, or just because you're amazing with this champion, you can climb Elo, or is it a mixture of both? Really, it's a mixture of both. The thing is that if you're going to be really good at a champion, in order to be good at that champion, you probably also need to be really good at that role. So it's hard to be really good at Ashe specifically, but not a good ADC in general, because in order to be good with Ashe, you need to still be able to last hit and poke the enemy while also still making sure that you're getting your creep score up. Make sure you're warding your bushes so that you're watching out for ganks. So it's really a mixture of both. I would say the main thing though is like pick 2 or 3 champions in that one role you want to get good at, and stick with those champions, get really good with them, and over time you'll get good at both those champions and then the role in general. And you'll find that the other characters within that role will become a little bit easier. There are some exceptions though, because for example, mid laners are way different than ADCs. ADCs definitely have some varying mechanics now. Thank you so much for that update, Riot, by the way. But mid laners, you have people like Ziggs, but then you also have people like Zed and LeBlanc, and just their playstyles have some similarity, but also the mechanics within those champions are very different. I can't play Zed. And that was it for this time. If you have any questions that you think you'd want me to answer, just let me know in the comments below, or you can always ask me on League Amino. I'm really not an authority on League of Legends or how it's played, so don't ask me if that's why you want to ask me a question. I play for fun, and I've been playing for about 6 years, since Season 1, so I've just learned a lot throughout my years, but that's just from playing and enjoying the game. That's not from me sitting down and constantly thinking about the best strategies and the best builds, and I really just play whatever I enjoy most, and luckily it's worked out for me so far. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm almost at 200 subscribers, which is really exciting. And as you can see, I'm only increasing my setup quality. So thanks for sticking around, and I will see you next time.